Dr. Sage here. Today we're going to begin a series of video lectures about the introduction to the human body. In today's lecture, we're going to discuss an overview of anatomy and physiology and the structural organization of the human body. By the end of this video, you should be able to compare and contrast anatomy and physiology, including their specializations and methods of study. Discuss the fundamental relationship between anatomy and physiology, describe the structures of the human body in terms of the 6 levels of organization, and list the 11 organ systems of the human body and identify at least one organ and one major function of each. To begin, human anatomy is the scientific study of the body's structures. Gross or macroscopic anatomy is the study of the larger structures of the body, those visible without the aids of magnification. For example, looking at this human brain here. Microscopic anatomy is the study of structures that can be observed only with the use of microscope or other magnification devices. For example, looking at these neuron cells. Microscopic anatomy includes cytology, which is the study of cells, and histology, which is the study of tissues. Regional anatomy is the study of the interrelationships of all the structures in a specific body region, such as the abdomen. Systemic anatomy is the study of structures that make up a discrete body system. That is, a group of structures that work together to perform a unique body function. For example, a systemic anatomical study of the muscular system will consider all the skeletal muscles of the body. Whereas anatomy is about structure, physiology is about function. Human physiology is a scientific study of the chemistry and physics of the structures of the body and the ways in which they work together to support the functions of life. Much of the study of physiology centers on the body's tendency towards homeostasis. So, homeostasis is the state of steady internal conditions maintained by living things. It is convenient to consider the structures of the body in terms of fundamental levels of organization that increase in complexity, beginning with subatomic particles, atoms, molecules, organelles, cells, tissues, organs, organ systems, organisms, and the biosphere. To study the chemical level organization, scientists consider the simplest building blocks of matter: subatomic particles, atoms, and molecules. Atoms are made up of subatomic particles, such as a proton, electron, and neutron. 2 or more atoms combine to form a molecule. For example, if you combine 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom, you see the water molecule depicted here. Water molecules, proteins, and sugars are some examples of molecules found in living things. In fact, molecules are the chemical building blocks of all body structures. A cell is the smallest independently functioning unit of a living organism. All living structures of human anatomy contain cells, and almost all functions of human physiology are performed in cells or are initiated by cells. So here is depicted an example of a cell, a smooth muscle cell. A tissue is a group of many similar cells, though sometimes composed of a few related types, that work together to perform a specific function. For example, if we take smooth muscle cells and combine them, we can form smooth muscle tissue. An organ is an anatomically distinct structure of the body composed of 2 or more tissue types. Each organ performs 1 or more specific physiological functions. For example, in the bladder, we have smooth muscle tissues and skeletal muscle. An organ system is a group of organs that work together to perform major functions or meet physiological needs of the body. For example, the urinary tract system. We also need to be able to list the 11 organ systems of the human body and identify at least 1 organ and 1 major function of each. Let's begin with the integumentary system. This encloses internal body structures and is a site of many sensory receptors. This includes hair, skin, and nails. The skeletal system supports the body and enables movement when combined with the muscular system. It includes cartilage, bones, and joints. The muscular system enables movement in combination with the skeletal system. It helps to maintain body temperature. It includes skeletal muscles and tendons. The nervous system detects and processes sensory information, activates bodily responses, and includes the brain, spinal cord, and peripheral nerves. The endocrine system secretes hormones and regulates bodily processes. It includes the pituitary gland, thyroid gland, pancreas, adrenal glands, testes, and ovaries. The cardiovascular system delivers oxygen and nutrients to tissues, and it equalizes temperature in the body. It includes the heart and blood vessels. The lymphatic system returns fluid to blood and defends against pathogens. It includes the thymus, lymph nodes, spleen, and lymphatic vessels. The respiratory system removes carbon dioxide from the body. It delivers oxygen to blood. It includes the nasal passage, trachea, and lungs. The digestive system processes food for use by the body, removes waste from undigested food. It includes the stomach, liver, gallbladder, large intestine, and small intestine. The urinary system controls water balance in the body and removes waste from blood and excretes them. It includes the kidneys and the urinary bladder. The reproductive system produces sex hormones and gametes. The biological male reproductive system delivers gametes to the biological female. It includes the epididymis and the testes. The biological female reproductive system supports the embryo, fetus until birth, produces milk for the infant, and includes mammary glands, ovaries, and the uterus. So today we discuss an overview of anatomy and physiology and the structural organization of the human body. In the next video, we will continue our introduction to the human body. Until next time, this has been Dr. Sage.